Hey, it's Rick here, and this is your weekly wrap. Big gaming news coming from both Microsoft and Nintendo this past week. Microsoft's own Larry Herb, otherwise known as Major Nelson, made it very clear to gamers you're not going to have to wait much longer to hear about the next generation of Xbox gaming. The company will hold a 1-hour presentation from Microsoft headquarters on May 21st to give us all the details about what to expect. Now, if you want to catch it live, you can tune in online at GameTrailers.com. You can log into your Xbox and watch it via Xbox Live, or you can tune into Spike TV to see it as it all goes down. In a somewhat turn of events, Nintendo also had an announcement this week. They indicated that at this year's E3, they will not be hosting their traditional large-scale press briefing. Instead, they're going to take it in a different direction and present all of the game information to us via their online channel, Nintendo Direct. Meanwhile, members of the press will get early access to Nintendo's booth so they can have hands-on time with key games for this upcoming season. And if you're a business partner, well, Nintendo's going to be hosting a smaller presentation for you across the street at the Nokia Theater. So here's my take on the whole Nintendo thing, because it seems to have a lot of people up in arms, and some people are saying this is the beginning of the end for Nintendo. You know, I don't think it is. Let's take a realistic look at the scenario that we're placed with in today. E3 is coming. We've got the PS4, and we have presumably a new generation of Xbox that will be announced very shortly here. Both Microsoft and Sony need to come out very, very strong. These two are going to go head-to-head at E3, and they're going to want to have strong showings. Nintendo, on the other hand, has their Wii U, and let's face it, the sales numbers have been very disappointing. Now, I've got a Wii U, and I don't play it that often. Why? Because the games just aren't there. So this E3 is going to be about games for Nintendo. They've got to show us the games. And at a large-scale press conference, when you've got the PS4 and whatever the name of the Xbox Next is going to be, those two are going to be the things that are sticking out in people's minds. So I don't think Nintendo wants to get engaged in the press conference battle, and that's why they're taking it to Nintendo Direct and showcasing their titles in other ways. What are your comments on this subject? I'd love to hear them. Leave them down below, and maybe next week I'll share a few. My app highlight of the week this week goes to something called Eevee. Now, Eevee is available both on iOS and Android devices, and if you've got an iOS device and you're looking for an alternative or even a companion to Siri, this is a great app to check out. It's free, and it acts and looks and sounds just like Siri. Check it out. I will put a link in the description of this video to where you can download it on both Android and iOS devices. Now, speaking of apps, I've got a few free app codes to share with you guys today. This code is going to grant you access to download the iOS game Crosswords. Now, this code is only valid in the US, and it is also only for iOS devices. In a moment, you're going to see some of those codes flash up on the screen. They are one-time use only codes, so if you put a code in and it shows as invalid, well, that code's already been used. So be quick, grab a code, download the game, and enjoy. So we wrap up this week with my question of the week to all of you. With all this gaming news and gaming talk, I want to ask you, what next generation gaming console features are you most looking forward to? Leave a comment down below or send me a video response. I'll be looking through those and featuring some of your responses on our very next episode. And finally, if you have a question for me, feel free to leave a comment down below. Hit me up on Twitter at metagamers, or send me a private message right here on YouTube. I'll do my best to answer those questions, and I'll even feature some of them in future episodes. So that's going to do it for this week's wrap. I'm Rick, and thanks for watching.